On this episode of Explorer Television, the Albany Falls Dam, located off the Pend Oreille River in Old Town, Idaho. Between November and January, bald eagles gather at Lake Coeur d'Alene for their annual feast on spawning kokanee. We'll see if we can spot some of these magnificent birds. We take you inside for some antiquing in Wallace, Idaho, and we stopped in to explore the first tourist shop. But first, we're in downtown Coeur d'Alene on the longest floating boardwalk in the country. I'm Leslie Lowe, and this is Explorer Television. From quaint shops, boutiques, and restaurants to majestic mountain trails and campgrounds, Explorer Television gets you started on your exciting journey.
This is Explorer Television with your guide, Leslie Lowe.
The boardwalk at the Coeur d'Alene Lake Resort surrounds the hotel. It's 12 feet wide and 3,300 feet long. It is recognized as the longest floating boardwalk in the country. It was constructed in 1986 using 1,600 float logs, each 32 feet long, 28,000 pounds of spikes, 16,000 lag screws, and 8,000 pounds of bolts to complete. The boardwalk and marina are anchored by 150 tons of concrete and a series of pilings. The boardwalk is the ideal place to view the 4th of July fireworks or the Fantasyland lights. The longest floating boardwalk is in the 6th largest city in the state, Coeur d'Alene. Located at the junction of Interstate 90 and US 95, Coeur d'Alene is located at the south end of Lake Coeur d'Alene, which serves as a major attraction for downtown. Lake Coeur d'Alene has been named one of the world's most beautiful lakes by the Encyclopedia Britannica. The lake extends 23 miles to the south and has 109 miles of shoreline. Do you have a favorite spot to visit in the Inland Northwest? Well, if you do, let us know at explorertv@kxly.com. There are many festivals and special events throughout the seasons. Here are just a few that you can enjoy with the whole family.
On January 19th in Sandpoint, Schweitzer lights up the nights. Enjoy the annual Torchlight Parade and fireworks display on Schweitzer Mountain. There'll be live music and a bonfire to help keep you warm. The Coeur d'Alene Arts and Culture Alliance teams up with Art on the Edge for Mardi Gras Kids Carnival, February 16th in Coeur d'Alene. Workshops will be presented by artists volunteering their time to mentor children. Performing art workshops will take place along with children's art performances. The cost is only $5 per child. Bundle up and enjoy Winter Carnival January 17th through the 20th in Sandpoint. There'll be fun events for the whole family all around town.
Coming up next on Explorer Television, we'll take a look and see if we can find some of the majestic bald eagles that make their home here in this area as they feast off of spawning kokanee. Then it's off to Old Town, Idaho to check out the Albany Falls Hydroelectric Dam. And then we'll finish the day doing a little antique shopping in Wallace, Idaho.
If you're the crafty type, you'll have to explore Lyle's Fabrics, Crafts, and Gifts. Their store is on 600 East Best Ave in Coeur d'Alene. They have really nice seasonal items and tons of quilt patterns, knitting supplies, yarn, and all sorts of fabric to make your own creations. If you want a really nice gift, they have those there too. Make sure you have some time though, because the store is huge. Explore Lyle's Fabrics, Crafts, and Gifts in Coeur d'Alene. It's a fun excursion. Explore the Government Way Antique Mall. 55 vendors are packed into 7,500 square feet of antique furniture, collectibles, glassware, tools, vintage advertising, jewelry, and so much more. While in Coeur d'Alene, explore the Government Way Antique Mall, 3650 North Government Way.
Albany Falls Dam is located on the Pend Oreille River between Old Town, Idaho and Priest River, Idaho. It's located on the site of a natural waterfall, Albany Falls, named after early pioneer Albany Poirier.
Today we're at Albany Falls Dam, located just east of Newport, Washington. Ashley with us, as well as Bucky. Now Bucky's wearing a life jacket. What's his main job here at the falls?
Bucky just joined us here last year, and he's actually our water safety beaver, and he loves going out to the classrooms and teaching kids that they need to wear their life jacket to be safe in the water. Bucky lives here being suited as a beaver in the dam, and he also joins many of our recreation facilities and teaches kids right there at the water that they need to have their life jacket on like he does.
The Albany Falls Dam offers 4 recreation sites along the Pend Oreille River with sandy beaches, boat ramps, and campgrounds.
The dam is 90 feet high and 775 feet long. Its spillway is 400 feet long. Construction on the dam began in 1951 and was completed in 1955 at the cost of $34 million. It produces more than 200 million kilowatt hours of electricity each year for the Bonneville Power Administration. We begin our tour underground in the galley.
Now we're in the galley, and boy, it sure feels like it, Ashley.
I know, we are 60 feet under the water right now. The lake level is at 2,055 feet above sea level, and the elevation we are at is 1,195 feet.
And it's loud, very loud.
It is loud because we're producing electricity for all the homes in the area.
Well, let's go take a look at where that electricity is made. This is where all the action happens, right here.
Yeah, as you can feel and hear all that action, there's 21,000 cubic feet of water per second coming through our dam right now.
Wow, that's amazing. It is. It's very powerful.
It is very powerful. There's large turbine units in there. They each weigh 100 tons. The water is pushing those turbine units and they're spinning. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the large shaft that this turbine unit's connected to?
So Ashley, this is the shaft.
This is the shaft, and of course it's not running right now, but this is what connects all the parts together for us to produce electricity. It connects to the turbine blades, and it also goes all the way up and connects to the rotor. If you look around us, you can see all those wicket gates. The wicket gates work like your mini blinds. It allows us to let a little bit of water come onto the turbine blades or a lot of water to come onto the turbine blades.
Now we're in the generator room. Ashley, do I need to wear one of these?
We always like to be safe here at Albany Falls Dam. And of course, if someone was operating one of our cranes up here, they can actually run the full length of the 3rd floor. It has a lot of jobs. One of its jobs, if we need to unwind a unit, is we could use it to take the unit apart. Another job is it can open up this big square in the floor and allow large pieces of materials to get up and down through the floors. I'm really strong, but I can't lift that man lift. And I don't think I could squish it onto the elevator. So if we needed it down below, that's how we'd get it there.
And all of the electricity is generated right here in this room.
Yeah, you can hear that small roar that's going on. All 3 units are currently producing electricity for the homes in the area. Leslie, it's a gorgeous day outside. Why don't we go outside and take a look at the spillway?
We've gotten to take a look at all of the different areas of the Albany Falls Dam, and now we're on the spillway, but not only do you produce electricity,
we provide flood reduction and flood control for this area. Right now, it might look a little slow around here, but when all this snow melts in the spring, it's going to be very necessary to let it all through our spillway so we don't flood here. Besides flood control and power production, we also provide many recreational opportunities in the area, navigation, and environmental stewardship.
So what's happening right here?
What's happening is, it might not look it to the eye, but we are producing a lot of electricity right through our powerhouse as we speak. The water is flowing down the Pend Oreille, and from the Pend Oreille Lake into the Pend Oreille River, and from here it actually goes all the way up into British Columbia, where it connects with the Columbia River and then follows all the way out to the Pacific Ocean.
So lots to take a look at here at the beautiful Albany Falls Dam. And if you'd like a chance to take a tour, you do that too for the kids and just about everybody.
Yeah, we do offer public tours in the summertime from Memorial Day to Labor Day, 7 days a week at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1, and 2 p.m.
Albany Falls Dam Visitor Center is accessible from Highway 2 in Old Town, Idaho. For more information about the dam and recreation areas, go to kxly.com.
Still to come on Explorer Television. They were close to extinction, but they've made a magnificent comeback. I'm talking about the bald eagle, many which nest right here in this area. We'll take a look at this magnificent bird coming up next.
Hi, I'm Bobby Drummond. I'd like to welcome you to come in and explore Northwest Outfitters. We offer many fly fishing and school opportunities throughout the spring, summer, and fall. Stop by and see what package may be good for you. We carry all the major fly fishing manufacturers. Come on in and see which one may suit you. As well as fly fishing equipment, we have a great selection of gifts and clothing for the outdoor lifestyle. So we'd like to welcome you to come explore Northwest Outfitters, located on Highway 95 and Canfield Avenue.
Hi, I'm Joe Ellithorpe, and I'd like to invite you to come and explore Northwest Pony Express. Here at Northwest Pony Express, we cater to the shooting sports lifestyle. Antique and modern firearms, traditional archery. Come and explore us soon. You can find us located at the southwest corner of Highway 95 and Canfield Avenue, directly west of the Silver Lake Mall.
Come explore Capone's.
Oh, wow. Good food, good drinks, good times.
Hi, I'm Teresa Capone, inviting you to explore Capone's. Come on in.
When the game's on, I'd come to Capone's.
This is Explorer Television.
Take I-90 east to exit 22, Wolf Lodge Bay, where the bald eagles come to gather in large amounts. They're known to feast on spawning kokanee. You'll want to make sure you grab this, your camera, also your binoculars. You don't want to miss this sight. Aren't merely visitors to this area anymore. In fact, researchers from state and federal agencies documented 54 active nests in the 5 northern counties of Idaho, and many more are known to be active in the northeastern Washington area. The daily life of an eagle includes a dawn flight from a nightly roost over a mile away. Feeding activity begins upon arrival at the lake and continues throughout the early morning. From Coeur d'Alene, drive 8 miles east on I-90 and then take exit 22. Follow the road to eagle viewing locations at the BLM Boat Launch or the Mineral Ridge Trailhead. If you've got a favorite place to explore that you'd like to share with us, just write us at explorertv@kxly.com. Still can't find enough to do? Well, here's a few more things you can explore.
It's the Madcap Mardi Gras celebration in Sandpoint, February 1st through the 5th. Sandpoint goes wild during this annual celebration with the jazz procession getting things started, followed by parties, and you can even dress up for the outlandish masquerade ball and watch or participate in perfectly madcap games. If you have a sweet tooth, this event's for you. It's Chocolate Walk, February 8th in Coeur d'Alene. Downtown stores and galleries stay open to give out free chocolate and sweet samples from 5 to 8 p.m. And the Winter Games of Idaho take place February 23rd and 24th in Kellogg. Enjoy halfpipe and slope-style competitions for skiers and boarders at Silver Mountain. See some of the best independent films around the world at Coeur d'Alene Film Festival. It happens February 28th through March 2nd. Experience more than 50 films during this 3-day festival. After the screening, the filmmaker will discuss the making of the film and answer questions. Festival goers also have the opportunity to mingle with filmmakers. For more information about these events, go to kxly.com and click on Explore Television.
If you're starting to feel a little bit chilly, much like I am, next we head indoors to do some antique shopping in Wallace, Idaho.
My staff and I, we welcome you to the Wallace Pizza Factory. At the Pizza Factory, we have all fresh ingredients. We do our prep daily. We have fresh dough, and we have the best hand-tossed pizza in town. And we bake our pizza in an authentic brick oven. Pepperoni, ham, sausage, bacon, or topping of your choice.
This is not just the best pizza in town, this is the best pizza anywhere.
We toss them, they're awesome, the Pizza Factory.
1313 Club. Good time, good food, good friends.
The 1313 Club, a relaxed and fun place to meet your friends with a large selection of beer, an extensive wine list, and a full bar. Sample from our tasty menu from our charbroiled grill. You can also have a custom picnic lunch packed for your outdoor adventure. 1313 Club at 608 Bank Street, Wallace.
Come and explore what the 1313 Club has to offer.
If you've joined us late, you can always go to kxly.com to find out more on the businesses involved in this program.
Nestled among the pines, high in the mountains of beautiful northern Idaho, is Timber Rock Winery. Winemakers passionately craft silky, smooth, delicious wines from the region's finest sun-drenched vineyards. Timber Rock wines are the result of careful vineyard selection. Explore Timber Rock with friends, as well as that special occasion where only an extraordinary wine will do. Timber Rock wines are available locally at fine shops and restaurants and through their website.
Wolf People offers a unique selection of clothing and other items bearing wolf and Native American themes. Explore us today and enjoy a close-up encounter with a timber, Arctic, and tundra wolf. The staff at Wolf People are dedicated to educating the public about these beautiful animals, and we promise your visit to Wolf People will be a rewarding experience you'll always treasure. Explore Wolf People in the scenic Selkirk Mountains near Lake Kokalala, off Highway 95 in northern Idaho, and help preserve a piece of the wild.
Wallace, Idaho is so full of fun things to do and see that we had to explore it one more time. Tourism is important to Wallace. You won't find huge corporate-owned businesses there. In fact, most are owned and operated by local business people who take pride in their products, their service, and the friendliness. Their first tourist shop opened 25 years ago at 524 Bank Street. It's called Silver Capital Arts and Wine Cellar. We're here with Carla today, and Carla, you've got such a unique store that's got such a unique history.
Yes, the building's been here for 117 years. We've been here 25 and a half years, and we really try to specialize in unusual things. We have a lot of silver jewelry because of it being the silver capital of the world. Just a lot of unique different things that we try to carry in our store.
And if you're not looking for the jewelry guys, they also carry some very unique minerals.
Yeah, fine mineral specimens and 350 million year old fossils.
And of course, we're sitting in a wine cellar.
Right, we carry wine from around the world and specialize in huckleberry wine. We have 5 or 6 different huckleberry wines that we have available for tasting. And we also carry a lot of food items in huckleberry, from little pieces of candy and jam and syrup to huckleberry oatmeal.
So we've got silver, we've got minerals, and we've got wine and huckleberry anything.
If you love antiques or if you're a collector, plan on spending the day exploring the many antique shops and stores packed with unique collectibles. We brought just a few items to show you.
We're with Anita Price. She's from the Price Tag. Now tell me about this great piece we've got here.
This is a piece of wonderful primitive American furniture that was used in a railroad depot, and probably here locally we had 2 different trains that ran through this area, and it's got some unique features. It comes in 2 parts. It's wonderfully preserved. It's a good American primitive. It has a nice metal letter sorter inside and some different working here, nice drawers that are all dovetailed, and it's just a really fine piece.
So Anita, tell me about this picture.
This isn't a picture, it's a piece of music that's been framed. And the nice thing about it, it's by George and Cohen, and it's from the musical Father of the Land We Love. And there's a little tag down here that tells you this was in 1932, and there's another tag over here that puts an arrow to the Purple Heart that's here. George Washington evidently was the person who instituted the Purple Heart. And of course now it's a much bigger object that's given out. So, but there is a small one in here. So this is a very unusual, and it's nicely framed. It's a really neat, unusual piece.
Very interesting. Thanks, Anita.
Thank you.
Our next up is the Valley Vintage. Terry, you've got some really unique pieces. Now this one's interesting because it's local. This one is a very expensive piece of pottery.
Yes, this is highly collectible. This is Roseville pottery. Started out in the 20s and 30s as a dime store item, now highly sought after and hard to find. We have quite a collection of this in our store. This is a miner's hat from one of the local mines here. This one actually belonged to my dad, who was a miner here for many years. And in our store, we also collect handmade things by local craftsmen.
And you've got some really unique items from the North Idaho Trading Company and Wallace Antique Store. Now, antiquing just isn't for women, because this is definitely tailored for the guys.
Yes, it is. This is taxidermy art, so to speak, and this little guy here is a fisher from the weasel family, and he is mounted, as you can see, on a piece of driftwood and looks very authentic. And this is some antler art. They also have this at North Idaho Trading Company.
Such a unique use of the antlers. I would have never thought of this, and I just want to know, how many of these bad boys do you have to use to make a chandelier?
Quite a few, and they can do that. They can make this kind of thing into lighting or any kind of art.
3 stories of wonderful. The Cobblestone Antique Store here in Wallace, Idaho has a little something for everybody, really catered to men, but hey, women can shop there too. Now, Anita, tell me about some of these really unique signs.
Okay, the sign, one of the signs you'll find in the Cobblestone is this nice porcelain sign, and it's an IGA representative sign, but it came from the Midwest.
And this one right here is actually from Montana.
Right, right. And it's a good advertising sign too that lights up. And it has for coffee, donuts, souvenir, and gifts, which is really neat. This is made by Hall, and it was probably made in the early 1900s. And it's a wonderful collectible piece.
It is, it's beautiful. And hey, after a day of shopping for antiques in Wallace, you might need one of these, a life preserver, or at least the guys will.
For a map of Wallace and tons of information about this historic town, go to kxly.com for the link to Wallace, Idaho. Sterling Mining and the Silver Valley Mining Association supports the Sterling Coin Program, which promotes the trade of pure silver. Wallace in the Silver Valley is the only place in the world that uses pure silver coins for trade of goods and services.
Located in Wallace, Idaho, the historic Jameson Inn is an ideal spot to get away for a romantic weekend or a small company retreat. The guest rooms are furnished in gracious hand-carved period pieces and sumptuous beds. The dining room offers a variety of fine foods for any meal, and the saloon, with its mirrored back bar and polished brass, offers an elegant spot to relive the early days. The historic Jameson Inn in Wallace, Idaho. Call 208-556-6000 for reservations.
Coming up next, we'll tell you how you can be part of Explorer Television. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Leslie Lowe.
Come explore Capone's.
Oh, wow. Good food, good drinks, good times.
Hi, I'm Teresa Capone, inviting you to explore Capone's. Come on in.
When the game's on, I come to Capone.
Hi, I'm Bobby Drummond. I'd like to welcome you to come in and explore Northwest Outfitters. We offer many fly fishing and school opportunities throughout the spring, summer, and fall. Stop by and see what package may be good for you. We carry all the major fly fishing manufacturers. Come on in and see which one may suit you. As well as fly fishing equipment, we have a great selection of gifts and clothing for the outdoor lifestyle. So we'd like to welcome you to come explore Northwest Outfitters, located on Highway 95 and Canfield Avenue.
We'd love to hear from you. Tell us some of your favorite spots to visit in the Inland Northwest that we can share with our viewers. Also, we'd like to invite you to sponsor Explorer Television. Log on to kxly.com to find out how, or send us an email at explorertv@kxly.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Explorer Television. We sure hope you enjoyed all of the stories we had to share. I'm off to go spot some more eagles. We'll see you next time on Explorer Television.